Morning, Dean. You say great post. Enjoy following your incredible journey. Keep up the good work. That's really nice of you, mate. This is the next day after driving 4, 6, 8 hours up and down the country, looking up blocks of flats. And sadly, the ones that we saw yesterday just don't make the cut because of the reasons I've explained on some of the videos. But just to put it here again, one of the bathrooms in the flats that not even been finished yet. The head height was non-existent, so you'd have to be really you're advertising to tenants who are less than 4 feet high to be able to get into that bath. So we are, because of that, then you can't then get a valuation that's going to then value up into the level that you need it to be so that you can get a mortgage to take your money out. That's the first reason, one of the reasons why. Plus also the price was crazy, because the same price he was selling 3 flats uncompleted, we could buy up the road 4 flats at the same price. Okay, they need work, but not crazy work, and so that's why we said no. On the other one, we said we are pending, really, depending on the challenges. Some of these modern auction stuff are tricky, because what you end up paying is, let me give you an example. So modern auction is people like I Am Sold and different people like that. So they then, what estate agents say, look, we'll put it on your platform and then we'll split the commission. And what happens is then the commission gets inflated massively. So typically the online kind of modern auctions will charge 4.5% on top of the purchase price plus VAT. So let me give you an example. So if you bought a house or a property at £300,000, the commission alone will be £15,000 plus VAT. So it's £18,000 for the estate agent and the auction house. So that's how they're in cahoot on these modern auctions. So the estate agent puts it on the platform, and then they split the deal, or they split the commission, if you like. But that doesn't help us as buyers, because now the 300,000 has become £318,000. And if you bought it with an auction, with a traditional estate agent route, you would not be paying an 18 grand fee at all, because the seller would be paying that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, on top of that £318,000, you now need to pay stamp duty. Stamp duty is 5% at the moment for investors, soon to go to 7% in April 25. So that £300,000 surcharge on stamp duty will cost you another £18,000, give or take. So now the purchase price is now £336,000 from a sale price of 300. You can see why some of these deals are not stacking at the moment, because when I'm coaching people, also looking for ourselves or for sourced deals for our mentees and the retainer base. So people who don't know, we also now have retainers. So we go out and actually actively look for properties for our investors for a fee, and then depending on what we find, we then pass it on, and then they can obviously decline or not. In that case, we've got a couple of people who are using SAS pensions, SIP pensions, also looking at investing in commercial units, which we are now sourcing for them as well. The idea is that they're making very little return on their money, something like 4 or 5%, somebody told me yesterday, on their SIP. So, which is crazy. You could put that in a bank and probably get more money. So that's why they want to take that money out and reinvest in commercial units. Those commercial units needs to be at least 10% yield at least doubling your yield for what they're getting at the moment on their pension. So because of that, we are now actively looking at pure commercial, mixed use commercial, and of course the resi, the blocks and stuff. So but I guess from this case here, it just points, look, this is not easy. It seems easy. It seems like somebody's got got nice cars or whatever else you want to kind of condense somebody's life into. But ultimately, this is 25 years of work. This is 25 years of delayed gratification. So every time I was working in corporations for 20 odd years, I was using my bonuses, all my salaries and everything else. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't like living in a box and not having any life, but I was conscious of how much I was actually earning versus how much I was spending versus how much I was investing. And this is one of my big things nowadays. I teach young kids to young adults, I should say, 14, 16-year-olds, to basically be careful about how money works, and make sure that when you start to work, you are actually carving out that money into kind of buckets, I guess, if you like. But you start with at least 30% of whatever you earn that you're saving to invest in shares, invest in any asset type of kind of commodities, if you like, because that's what reaps the reward over the long term. So I want to make sure that people understand this is a not one hit wonder. This is 25 years of work, 25 years of experience. I've been coaching for 15 years. I've been doing title split for 15 years. So there's a lot of work that has been put behind, and it's condensed in 3 minutes videos in somebody looking at a block of flats. But ultimately, we employ 30 odd people. We're housing over hundreds of people now, and actually nice people. We are very good at our service. So it's a business, and I think people coming into this or already here trying to expand need to realize this is a business that you're running. It happens to be an asset that's called a house, and the customers are tenants, but ultimately you're trying to deliver the best customer care for your customers, so that they can keep paying the rent, and B, they are actually happy and they stay. On average, our longest serving tenant for our company, one of our companies, is 19 years now. She's been with us, and her kids have grown and gone to university, and amazingly, she's a lovely lady. She's still here. We're not price gouging or anything like that, and we want her to stay because that's her home, and it's been like that for 19 years. And the average HMO person, guess what? The average HMO tenant on our will probably stay in the property 6 months, 12 months. We have people now with us. I think the average is now 5 years, definitely, but we have a range of around 6 to 7 years even. That's people staying still in one of our rooms that has been there for 7 years. That tells you the level of quality that we are providing, not just from a room perspective, flat perspective, but also the customer service. If something breaks, we will fix it. If something's not working, we will send one of our tradesmen in there. If the boiler breaks and we send one of our gas guys, and he says, "Do you know what? This is not very good. We probably could fix it, but it'll go again in a few months' time or a year time or something." We change it. So within 24 hours, we will normally change our boilers if that's the deemed advice from our gas engineers. So long post, and thank you so much. It's really nice to hear that the content lands, and because you don't know with social media, sometimes you don't know how it's been received, but I appreciate it. And hopefully the idea is to share the content so it inspires other people to not just take credit cards, not just spend money, not just to buy things on loans or whatever else. Invest, take loans. I've done it before. I still do it now. I take loans and I buy assets that then produces income, that then I use that income to pay the loan, and I carve out some form of margin on it. Do that, fine. That's good debt. But there's some bad debt where you are buying a car, let's say if you were buying this car on a debt basis, this is only going to depreciate over time. So it just depends, and it's about this financial mindset that you have to have, and spend less, invest more, and actually when you are investing, be clever in your investments. But more importantly, just know that it's not going to happen tomorrow. It does take a while before things start working. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next video.